Rewriting a standard form linear equation into the slope-intercept form is a little bit trickier, but basically it comes down to this. We want to get this y all by itself, so it will equal y equals something x plus or minus another number. Okay, so this is going to be the basic format down here. There's going to be some sort of coefficient from the x. We're going to be plus or minus another number there, but this y is going to be all by itself. So when we look at the standard form equation that we have, the first thing we got to do is get this other term out of the way. And so let's just minus 9x, and that makes it go to nothing. But it's an equation, so we need to minus 9x on this side over here. And now comes the next little bit of tricky part. We just need to pull it down in the correct order. Well, this is a negative 3y, so we pull that straight down. We go ahead and pull down our equal sign, but here, don't pull down this negative 27 yet. It's best if you go ahead and pull down your x term. Since these are not like terms, we can't just do negative 27 minus 9, so we know it's not negative 36. Instead, we're just going to let the negative 9x sit right here to the left, and we'll pull down the minus 27 to the right of it. It's just always best to get this x term to pull down first. The last thing that you have to do is come through and just get rid of this negative 3 multiplying the y. So since it's multiplying it, let's just divide it. Negative 3 by negative 3 is positive 1. So there's the y. Okay. And now we need to divide this entire right side by negative 3. Basically, you can do it this way, but I found that usually causes more issues when I teach people that method. So we're going to show you this one. Instead of just drawing a big division line, just divide every single term by negative 3. So this is divided by negative 3, and this is divided by negative 3. Negative 9 divided by negative 3 is positive 3, and that's an x, so we'll just put an x there. And negative 27, see how I'm looking in front of it? Negative 27 divided by negative 3 is positive 9, so we'll call that plus 9. So there you go. We've gone from a standard form to the slope-intercept form. And the y is all by itself. It has the x term next, and then it's just got another number that's being added or subtracted from it. Let's go through and take a look at a few other of these problems and make sure that you feel a little bit more comfortable with it. Here we go, 2x minus 3y equals 18. So this is the standard form, and we want to put it into slope-intercept. So let's get the 2x away from it. Again, put your x term first. It's just proper formatting, and then pull the 18 down. Since it's a positive 18, just put a plus sign there. And now we just have to divide by 3 and divide each term on the other side of the equal sign by negative 3 also. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1. Negative 2 divided by negative 3. It's not going to make a nice integer, so we're just going to leave it as a fraction. And even though the x is right beside the 2, I could just write it right there. It's the same thing, even if I had the x up there sitting on the same level as the 2, the numerator. Well, I can leave it like that, or right there. Now, what happened to my negative signs? Well, fractions are division, and a negative 2 divided by a negative 3 would be a positive something. Okay. So basically, these two negative signs canceled each other out and it made it positive. So that's what happened there. Now, let's look over here. Positive 18 divided by negative 3 is negative 6. So there we go. We went from a standard form equation to a slope-intercept form. Let's go through and do this one. Now, you see I started to write negative 15 there, and that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be in a hurry. Technically, it's incorrect. You need to put your x term first, so let's put a minus 4x or negative 4x, and then pull down the negative 15. Now we can go and divide. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so the y comes down. This is a negative 4 divided by a positive 5. So it's still going to be a negative answer, so we need this negative sign. But it's not going to be a nice and neat integer, so we're just going to leave it as a fraction. And I'm just going to drop this x right there. So it's like negative 4/5 times x. Okay, and that's what's happening there. And then what's negative 15 divided by positive 5? It would be negative 3. So again, we went from a standard form equation to slope-intercept form. Here's two other easier ones. I just want to make sure you didn't have any type of issues with these. Plus 3x, plus 3x. And we're left with positive y equals 3x plus 13. Because the coefficient of this y is positive 1, I don't need to go any further. We're done. The y is free there. Now this one, you've got to be a little careful. This is the last one that we'll do. Don't forget that negative sign in front of it. And remember, anytime you don't see a coefficient, you can put it in right there. And this will be negative 4x plus 6. So let's go through and get rid of this negative 1 coefficient by just dividing it by negative 1. And now we can divide everything else by negative 1. So this becomes positive 1, so the y is free. Negative 4 divided by negative 1 is positive 4. It's got an x, so just keep the x there. We're always trying to divide if possible, but only if it gets us a nice integer. So this is a nice integer for the coefficient, so there it is. And positive 6 divided by negative 1 is negative 6. So again, we went from standard form to slope-intercept. And hopefully you feel a little bit better about it.